Hello everyone, welcome to the Mississippi Children's Museum. We're here doing Farm Bureau Spotlight, which is sponsored by Farm Bureau of Mississippi. Today we're talking about land and water. In Mississippi, our land and water are some of our greatest natural resources. We must be very good stewards of our land. This means that we have to be careful and responsible for how we manage something in our care. In this case, it's our land and water. Farmers, for instance, are good stewards because using their land wisely and practicing conservation is an important part of a successful farm. Mississippi has many bodies of water, including the Mississippi River, many streams and lakes, the Gulf of Mexico, and 18 major groundwater aquifers. So the question is, how can we be good stewards of our land? What we have to do is we need to use resources responsibly. Conserve resources like water, minerals, and wood. Recycle when you can. So at your house, you can start a recycling bin instead of just having your garbage. Consider wildlife habitat when making decisions about how to use resources. So we want to leave the land better than we found it. This is a good practice for everyone to follow. You're probably too smart to litter, but if you see trash in public places, you can pick it up and throw it away. That's a great way to be a good steward of your land. Even though the garbage may not belong to you, we can do our part in caring for the land. Be a responsible hunter and fisher. Do you ever go hunting or fishing with your grown-up? We have to keep in mind that there are limits when we go hunting and fishing. Abiding by game and fish laws will ensure future generations have the same opportunities. So that means if we're very careful when we go hunting and fishing, then other people can enjoy the land as well. Respect pollinators. This is a big one. So last week for Farm Bureau, we talked about honeybees. Other pollinators are ants, bats, beetles, birds, butterflies, moths, flies, wasps, and there are more. They may seem like pests, but they do really important work pollinating plants. So when we see them outside and the flowers working away super hard, we just want to leave them alone. Be fire aware. Always be conscious of fire hazards while enjoying the land. So if you go camping and you have a campfire going, we always want to make sure that we put it out. Mississippi has 4 flood management lakes. They are used primarily for flood control and secondly for recreation. So that means that you can go on your boat or go fishing in these lakes. Water from 31 states and 2 Canadian provinces drains into the Mississippi River. So that means that if you go and you see the Mississippi River, that water comes from 31 states and also from Canada. That's a lot of water. Did you know that the water we drink has been around since the beginning of time? The earth has a limited amount of water, so it recycles this water through a process called the water cycle. Have you guys learned about the water cycle in school? Sun heats up the water, glaciers, oceans, and causes evaporation. As this vapor rises, it collects in the sky in the form of clouds. It then changes back to liquid through forms of precipitation like rain, sleet, hail, or snow. And this falls back into the lakes, rivers, wetlands, and groundwater. So this is a cycle. It goes on over and over. Groundwater then seeps into the earth through layers of rock into underground aquifers. So we have an activity that we can do that will help us conserve the land and be good stewards. So all you need is a Ziploc bag, a paper towel, and some seeds. So right here, I have some sunflower seeds. So what I'm going to do is, I got this paper towel wet. So I'm going to slide the paper towel into the sandwich bag so that it's flat. It's a little hard because the paper towel is wet and it wants to curl up. But make sure it's as flat as you can get it inside the bag, and it's damp. Make sure you get water on it first. Then I'm going to slide these seeds inside. So make sure that they are between the paper towel and the outside of the bag. So there are my seeds. And then I'm going to get some air out of it as much as I can, and I'm going to seal the bag. You can lay this flat on a windowsill, or it doesn't even have to be in the sun. The sun will help them grow faster, but they'll sprout either way. So keep an eye on this bag with your seeds for the next few days and see if you start to see little sprouts starting to form. You might have to open it up every so often to re-wet the paper towel. If you want to take pictures of your seeds as they start to grow, you can tag us at MCM at Home, and we would love to see your pictures. Thank you for joining us.